It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC West. It's the Raiders and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
And off we go from Denver. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and of course the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
They'll run with the 29-year-old Melvin Gordon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And a safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make play defensively.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you. And sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
On first down, Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Now it's Wilson. Caught on a slant. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Murray diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. But as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now under center Derek Carr.
And it's certainly taken over long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his men complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch the breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw his Carr. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we just talk about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, as a quarterback and play caller totally in sync, are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He's settling in nicely in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Chandler Jones coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And taken right on the 30. And he gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be stepped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the buck here before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr going to throw. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. If they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. On play action, it's Carr. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And that is very well done there. This will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
I got you, baby. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's go. Let's go now. Let's go.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling him back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon gets past one man. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. To throw is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, 34 yards. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
Boy, that route's really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that they're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 scores. They regroup with 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 24, Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And Bolden brings it in, complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you want balance when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep a quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Now Carr. The throw taken in by Cole. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Carr throw, a 3rd and 1. That's caught by Hollister. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down. That usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do is maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Out to Cole on the right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring him 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, to bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
To throw is Carr. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now for the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points, but by the wayside on that one.
Back to the running game with Jacobs.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so drive spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Broncos and Russell Wilson heading back to work. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with 1st down. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And got his man complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot. But not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That goes out wide to Murray. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gets him the 1st down yardage there.
Given 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
We both know it's difficult, but that made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing up the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And that's a mountain of a man that has made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
That's unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaving the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Carr now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
The Carr's throw taken in by Adams. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete.
That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Carr to throw again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
It's caught here by Adams.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Got an open man, Keelan Cole.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Foster Moreau from 3 yards out. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated. As you know, they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It was Anthony Abram who got him down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Taking in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Carr. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Steps away to his left. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Couple first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Let's go, man. Whatever it takes. Let's go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, there's enough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Cole. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Let's be smart. Let's hit it. Get it. Play it to the whistle. Let's go, guys.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Slant to Adams. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They left on him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Second down at 4. Throwing now is Carr. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from the 1.
Jacobs again. And good work there defensively. He's able to keep him out of the end zone.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this or an opportunity.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2.
Carr will look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So now we'll look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that. Gary wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had his odds on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And a gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up the 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And able to work his way down to 16.
73 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage and grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here, the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken a time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
McManus's point after is good. His guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's Bolden to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Carr. The reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Carr. That's caught by Hollister. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now Carr on the bootleg.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game. There he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On play action, now Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Here's Jacobs.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, hold him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold the ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, second and goal. To throw, it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Washington now brings this out.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Washington now brings this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Let's go, man.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 15. Now Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
Denzel Perryman with a sack.
So, Brendan, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Show what you got.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Raiders have the ball back. Here comes Devontae Adams to the field again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing is working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 1st down, Carr.
He will find Cole here, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Connects with Cole again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it. It's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. But he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And finding Keelan Cole. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know defensive guys are thinking right now, just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the Bay field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Denver's offense now set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and Broncos at their own 26. He'll hand this one off to Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for the lead. It's crunch time. They need to continue with the hand passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Denver has a first down on a 15-yard play.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4. Wilson. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Throwing again here, Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Broncos! Russ able to connect with Cortland Sutton there. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now McManus for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll find Moreau here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Drag of the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him, hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on a 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
4 yards on the pickup there as they'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get him closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play call, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he can't quite get there. Tackle down at the 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
It's one play at a time, baby.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, Jacobs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 7. A little over 80 ticks to go.
needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Able to find Judy. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of his blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Murray. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing now is Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route, that's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now Wilson. Finding Sutton. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to catch the defense downfield.
Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They'll look to throw. This pass caught by Himmler. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.